Hi, I'm Lisa Rangel with Chameleon Resumes, the premier executive resume writing company. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, we are going to do an executive gut check. I want you to ask yourself, what type of executive are you? Are you a fixer? Are you a builder? Or are you a healer? I think most of us in leadership can identify with one of these three words, if not even more than one at some point. But I really believe most of us are primarily one of these. It's just you typically are strong suit. So I ask you that question: are you a builder? Are you a fixer? Or are you a healer? And knowing this answer, I think, will help you deal with the upcoming or continued, depending on your industry, your profession, and your geography. It will help you navigate the forthcoming tumultuous economy that we seem to be in some capacity, right? I'm already seeing the how to prepare for a recession, or how to prepare for a depression, or are we even entering a recession? Basically it's anybody's guess, in my opinion. Nobody really knows, and even those that appear to be right are just simply on the right side of the guess, in my opinion. But here's the thing. I've been through the downturn of 2001. I've started my business in the downturn of 2008 and 9. Obviously had my business existing and going through the pandemic 2020 and 2021. And whatever remains to be seen now for 2022 and 2023, here I am, right? So this is number 3 or 4, depending on whether you count this as a new one or a continuation of what's been transpired from 2020. So, I've been around the block, and I could tell you this: things go up, things go down. Those that capitalize on the ethical opportunity in the tumultuousness, in the chaos, are those that are ready. And those that are ready and then are in demand by the market, whatever it is, a high market, a low market, it's typically because they're one of these three things. They're a fixer, right? Turnaround experts or change agents, or they're builders, transformation experts, and or they're healers, right? They're relationship builders, they're culture drivers, they're those that include, that make a point and knowing how to include everyone in the organization so people are retained and stay, and they're happy staying. So these are, to me, the 3 types of executives that are always going to be in demand. It doesn't mean you won't lose your job. It just means that if you are framing it properly and marketing yourself properly and having proper outreach, you will land relatively quickly in something that is going to allow you to capitalize on your biggest strength, being a builder, a healer, or a fixer. So tell me, or tell yourself, what word, what identifier resonates with you more, and start building your identity around that. Start having conversations, communicating that skill set of yours, communicating those wins that you have, demonstrating that you are the builder, the healer, or the fixer. And this will be your cushion. This will be your foundation that you will navigate then going forward. So, and this will help you if you have an unanticipated downturn in your organization where you're now laid off and let go. You will have your identity already created and your message already communicated. Now you just need to tap that network that you've been communicating that win, that talent with, to see how it can be now capitalized in a new organization. So this is how you're going to get through an upturn or a downturn. And here's the thing: you will never avoid downturns, and upturns will never last forever. So you always need to be prepared, which is really my universal message since I've started my business. It's about being prepared. And the executives that we work with that, over the years, I find that are the builders, the healers, and or the fixers. Those are the ones that will always land on their feet in some way or another, because that is an always needed function. Those three functions are always needed within organizations. So identify which one you are, start capitalizing on those talents and skills that you bring to the table, start accumulating, writing down those wins that demonstrate how you are a successful builder, healer, or fixer, and start talking to people in your network about how you bring this skill to wherever you are working each and every day, and show the examples, have stories to tell. And this is how you will get through whatever is coming our way, right? Because none of us know. But the key is that we're ready, and that you can identify with that, with one of those three roles. So that is what we're going to talk about here today. And I am going to have a free resume writing, executive resume writing training session that you can register for using the link below. And if this is past the date in which we're having it, you'll be able to click below and see the replay if you opt in for our list and get that free information. But since you're watching this most likely today when I put it out, make sure you register for the event that we're having next week. So I look forward to seeing you there. I look forward to your questions. And if you want to direct message me and let me know which word resonates with you more, builder, fixer, or healer, I would love to know. And this way we can talk about it. So if this video is something you liked, I'm going to ask you to like it. If you know someone who will benefit from this information, I'm going to ask you to share it with them or share it with your network. Feel free to subscribe so you don't miss next week's video. And if you have any questions or comments, I obviously encourage you to DM me, or you can email me at lr@chameleonresumes.com or comment below. I read, reply to every email, comment, message. I do my best. So look forward to seeing you next week. Take good care.